So I'm constantly doing things to my 8.1 Yukon XL 2500. This time around, I finally installed the dual battery kit. It's a 250 amp Painless dual battery control. I'll kind of show you what I started with. I started with adding a battery tray from a Duramax truck. Made my own cables. Those are Painless wiring ends. Cable runs up, battery ground runs up to the front of the head. Positive, I kind of laid it up underneath of the air intake and bring it up the front of the cowl. Okay, we go back down the cowl, we kind of loop around and we go to the solenoid. Solenoid, both sides. This side goes back to our distribution block, that is factory. And we've got our trigger, we got a ground or two under here. For an 8.1, this bracket is off of another 8.1. It is the same bracket that this distribution block mounts to. So what I did was I knew I could mount this to the same holes up on the head. So I fashioned and beat around and cut and molded, and now this is mounted, not touching my power steering filter neck. It's clear, it's not gonna vibrate, it's not gonna move. Nice and solid. I did not have to drill any holes in the truck, nothing. So I'm all about, can I remove it and you not tell I did it? That's kind of always my goal. So show you what I did in here for key switch power. I did not want to drill a hole in the firewall at all. I'm not a giant fan of these things, but hey, you know what? This works. All my controls mounted up under here. And then these are the only holes I drilled. And since the only reason I went ahead and did that was because this is the same fuse box cover every 4.8 to 8.1, 99 to 06 GM ever put out. Same piece of plastic. So if I want to take all this out, I can just pick another one of these up, no holes. So I added into a circuit here. This is one of the few key switch power sources that I could find. I believe it was the 15 amp at the top left there. Trailer park. I don't live in a trailer park. Yeah, so whatever. But that was a 15 amp fuse and I added a 10 amp to it. So far so good. I've drove the truck a little while, no problem with that. Not real concerned, should be just fine. I'll kind of show you now how this functions. Add the tray back on. All right, so if we turn the key in accessory mode, okay, we have radio. Everything could work now. The DVD player would turn on. Cool thing here, okay? Right now we have no indicator lights on, all right? No indication means we are running off the original battery for the truck, okay? We are not using the secondary battery. Secondary battery right now is acting as backup. Let me show you when backup comes in. So when you turn the key on, let's say we've sat here for 2 hours, the kids watched Aladdin, and now the battery's dead. We could turn the key forward. Look what happens. Painless has this set up to where if I'm engaged in the right position, the secondary battery kicks in. Now it would start, we could go home. Pretty cool. I could turn that function off if I'd like and just save that battery if I don't want to run it all the time. Or I could engage it full, like say it's super cold and I want both batteries cranking. I could turn it on and the red light indicates that they are both engaged. So to charge the battery, the secondary battery, it must be green light on when the key is on. I've been leaving it this way. That way I know it's charged. It's not gonna hurt anything. But that's kind of how it works. And I'm looking at it as a backup option for, I can jumpstart my own truck without even being there. So if my family's out and about and I'm not with them, they run the battery down. They don't have to flag somebody down for a jump start. It works here. It should start the truck just fine. So this was exactly what I was after. I wanted it to be able to kind of be a fail-safe, and I also wanted some extra cranking power and just extra juice in general, because we do tow with this thing. Tow, my car trailer. We have had a large RV or a travel trailer in the past that we've pulled with it, a 9,000 pound, 36 foot, and it does a fantastic job. So just further equipping the work truck here. Thanks for viewing. Hope you all have a Merry Christmas. And don't forget, Jesus is the reason for the season. He died for us so that we could live for him. Y'all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Take care.